Good morning, good day everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Nataliya with you, Lovecraftforever. We have today another unboxing, unbagging, review. We already unbagged this cross stitching from Everydayecrafts last week, and we did diamond painting review first. They also have cross stitching, and also they have a discount code which you can find in the description box under my video, so you can save, I believe, 5% off. We have in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, should be 8. Oh, where is it hiding? I thought it was 8. Oh, it is 8. This one, 2 stick together. Okay, 8 cross stitches. So we will do one by one. I purposely will hide this way so we can see one at a time. And because in here we have a Christmas images, Christmas and winter, so I will start from those first. And first that I would love to show you, it's another stocking. I already stitched one with the teddy bears. Who follow me on YouTube or Instagram, you see little bit by little bit my progress of that cross stitching. Also, I'm working on the other winter cross stitching that I really want to finish before Christmas. I hope to finish my farm and puppies for Christmas for Catherine. And this one stocking, it's my second stocking will be. And I'm still waiting one more, so I would love to have for whole family cross stitch stocking. And here it is. We have up there horse with buggy, and they bring a Christmas tree home. There's a puppy following them. We see snowman and cardinals, birds, Christmas tree. There's a town up there. That's probably church up there, and a full moon. Beautiful, beautiful image. Is it moon or it's a sun? Is it day or night? I think it's a moon. Well, yeah, I think it's a moon because the houses have a light on. So it looks beautiful. So in here on the top you can add name of your family member, and you can have a personalized stocking. You just have to stitch back and to make as a stocking, as a boot by yourself. So with this one, if I can show you, we have like a 4 pages flip in here, and I can tell already that we're gonna have some back stitching up there. Lots of actually back stitching. Look at that, the horse, lots of back stitching. Everything is outlined, so this is should look beautiful. I love the way my boot looked, that I'm already working on it, and I will show you in one of my cross stitching videos. So what do we have in here? Let's see. Where is the full stitches? Okay, full stitches in here. We have 48 colors. That's good. 48 colors in DMC. And then we have a French knot in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. And then we have lots of back stitching as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 back stitching colors. So this should look gorgeous. The image itself are so beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. There is like a full cross stitching of this image, and they just crop to fit the stocking. So I think it's very nice if you could have a collection picture and a boot at the same time. So let's see the image. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the size of this, 37 by 55 centimeters, and it's a 14 count. 14 count. I'm not sure if it's the same size as my other one, or maybe a little bit smaller. I can compare for you later. I feel like this one may be a little bit smaller. or maybe this is my imagination, but so far what I see print are gorgeous in here. Like this part of the top will be so easy to stitch because you have patches of colors. And to stitch name, you have to figure out first, maybe draw on a piece of paper name in a cross stitch and count, so you can stitch together as you go, or you can stitch this part first and then put name on the top, whatever you like, if it's easier for you. But if I will show you canvas print itself, in here we have a symbols and colors, which is always nice to have. I love Joy Sunday images because the symbols is very easy to read. Beautiful. And there's many different stockings of their design, so check it out if you like. You know, you're not gonna have a time for this year to cross stitch, but for next year you definitely can stitch at least one, and every year you can stitch one at a time, and you will have for whole family. If your family are big, you have lots of work to do. Okay, this is beautiful. The canvas already, of course, pre-stitch on each side as they always do, and the symbol, if I can show you this way, they are very, very clean. You can tell every number what's up there, so it shouldn't be a problem to stitch. Now I just want to see the comparison of the colors in here, how different they are. Like we have in here, oh, come on, come back, focus, focus, focus. We have in here like a triangle and triangle in here, but this one is like a rosy red and this one is brown, so it should be easy to separate that. We have 3 blocks of green, but they are totally different colors. We have a plus in black, plus in red. All you have to remember is a color. And also those arrows, X's, 1 red, 1 brown. And if I look on them on a canvas, let me check. So here is the brown and red. Oh yeah, very easy to see the difference. It's actually not red, but like a pink X. It's very easy to separate them one from each other. So the symbols is very easy to read. Definitely good canvas for beginners to work on it. Back stitching, lots of back stitching, but trust me, it's so easy to do. And if you watch my tutorial, you will have no problem to learn. It's just very simple. Forward, back, back, forward. Like if I could explain in few words how to back stitch. So watch my tutorial, and don't worry if you're a beginner, don't worry about all these lines in here. When you wash this, it will be all clean. All these lines, grids, and all this will disappear, and I have 2 or 3 videos how to wash printed canvas. Just search on my YouTube channel and you will see a few tutorials how to wash. Now the good stuff, it's the threads. Excuse me. 2 needles as always. Joy Sunday always put same kind of needles with those gold ears or holes, how would we call it? So 2 needles in here, and threads. They always kind of stitch them together. Okay, let's just see it this way. Most of them will be in blue colors, of course, but they are very, very shiny and beautiful. They are so soft and silky. Now on this side we have more colors. There's some red for the Christmas tree decoration, I guess. And then if we open this way, on this side we have more colors, some greens, and then more browns and blues in here. And they are double folded threads. I should bring next time my measuring tape, but I believe this is meter long threads because they are double and then folded in here. So when you untangle them, that would be like a meter long. And for 14 count Ada, all you have to do, pull out one thread, put on half, and stitch in 2 threads for 14 count. Oh my god, I love this image, and I so much enjoy working my first stocking, first ever. I don't know, it's gonna be probably for me difficult to figure out how to make a backing, but anyway, you know, when you're ready to create your stocking, you just put fabric on the top. For example, when you finish stitch, then you gently, with some little bit for like, oh sorry, I forgot I brought you close. When you finish stitch, then you kind of cut fabric around far enough so you don't disturb your stitching, and then you put on the top of your other fabric that you would like to be on the inside of your stocking and also on the outside on the other side, and then you stitch them together. I'm sure YouTube has lots of tutorials. I will try to figure out for myself how to do it because I never done this kind of craft before, like to create to something. I did before stitch pillow, and I created pillowcase because basically that was easy, just a square of fabric to stitch to the cross stitching. But this is definitely something will be interesting to try for the first time. So I'm looking forward to start on this one as well, and over a year hopefully I will stitch the one I'm working on right now, and then start with this one too. I can stitch this one over winter, right? Doesn't matter that it's not gonna be for the Christmas time this time, but definitely will be for the winter time project to start, maybe, you know, January or February. And then I have one more winter image. Let me open for you. It's this one. It's a big long panel that remind me Canadian landfill with all this like a farmhouses, and I thought it speak to me, you know, like Canadian American, when we have this kind of landscape. Let me pull out. Oh, I can see lots of backstitching in here. Ooh, I always keep my packaging in them because there is lots of explanation in here what to do, different kind of stitches. And then look at this tree, all this tree, lots of backstitching. We can see through the whole canvas we have lots of backstitching. So to show you picture nicely, here it is. We have a farm up there, barn, we have some sheep up there trying to find the grass under the snow, big trees. There's the house with more sheep. Isn't that beautiful? I watched one lady stitch this one on account at cross stitch. She's from Russia, and she was doing this one, and I think one more like this big panel, a little bit different design, more like a fence. It's like you would drive a car from the road, so kind of like farm in the distance a little bit, maybe with the Canadian geese or ducks was up there. Also very beautiful, would be complimentary for this picture. So I thought, well, this kind of speak to me in Canadian way, so I have to order. And let me show you the picture. Like, it's beautiful. The only thing, it's the shiny pages that it's really reflective. If you would stitch and count at night with the light, it will be reflective. Everybody complaining of this, but so far Joy Sunday, they don't change the pages. I see sometimes they have different pages, but I'm not sure if that was like an old blend of the images. But everybody asking them to change shiny paper to the regular matte paper, so it's easy to read at night, because usually cross stitching is going on at night when all job through the day is done, you know. So we have in here what kind of stitches. Let's see, we have in here full stitch in 26 colors. Doesn't seems like a lot of colors, but also there's lots of colors in here, like as a snow and sky. So well, I don't know, 26 colors, maybe it's good enough. We have in here, doesn't say what it is, but I would say it's a French knot. They misprint in here. See, like in here, for example, they have a full stitch, they have in here back stitch, and they forgot to put in here French knot stitch. But this is definitely French knot, and I can tell that this is on the trees up there. Oh, what is it up there? On a tree would be. Okay. So we have in here in back stitching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors in back stitching. Okay, let's see how big is this, and how big it is. It's 70 by 29 centimeters, 14 count Ada. Oh, I just love the way they place, like so nice and neat, right? And panel are long, but not wide. So if you have a frame big enough, you could just make it maybe like 3 or 4 times switch your frame, and it will be done. Depends on what kind of frame you have. If you have a big frame, you can literally just place like a vertical way this way, and just 1 and twice, and your stitching would be done. Oh my god, this is definitely easy to stitch, because mostly in here, look at that, you can see from far patches of colors, right? So it's not very confetti canvas at all. Wow, this is really good stitch. Besides the back stitching, if you are scared of back stitching, I would really recommend this canvas for the beginners, because look at this, like the colors, it just, you grab one color and stitch as much as you like. Look at that, everything in the patches, even up there where the houses, roof. So not many changing colors. So this is definitely going to be very easy and fast to stitch. Just a little bit in here, it's still, even in here, it's not very confetti. It's very easy, and the print are very clean. Very clean. Wow, I really love it. Look at this. Images in here print very big symbols, easy to read. You don't even need the glasses. Love it. Also stitch all the way around. You don't have to worry that it will fray. It's nice and stiff. If you don't have a frame, it will be easy even to stitch in your hands in 2 stitches at once, because canvas are stiff. I still find that if you stitch on a hoop or frame, your stitches will layer in more evenly and not squished if you would hold it in hands and stitch in 2 pricks at once. So it's up to you, but I try in my hands. Yes, it's faster to stitch, but my stitches layer in very nice when I use my frame or something else to help me with that. Wow, very, very beautiful. Even numbers on a print itself, you don't even need to look in here. You just look on this number, there you go, 24, right? 24, and you just grab it, 24, 17. See how nice printed. You don't even need this one pattern in here. You just look by the numbers and pick your threads. Wow, this is gonna be music to my ears, like would be say, or eye candy. And it's so easy to stitch. So with this one also we have 2 needles. These needles look different, I think, or isn't. Let me see, compare them. Yeah, they put different needles. In a first cross stitch, needle are sharp, as supposed to be for 14 count. This one needle not as sharp, and usually this kind of needle you would receive with 11 count. Well, it's still sharp, but not a little bit bigger size than the other one. I don't know if you would even see it through like this camera, because it's reflecting a lot. But this needle not as sharp. I wonder why. And we have extra threads, big chunk of blues for the sky or snow. And also in here, I believe we have a partial cross stitching, because all this white, I don't think we need to stitch. But I do have in here white color. 26. Let me see what's in here in 26. 26 is those triple lines. Oh, okay, I see them. Okay, so it is whatever is white in here, it's, you don't have to stitch. So it's even better, it's even more easier to stitch. Unless you want to stitch, then you can stitch with white color, 2500 DMC code, and you can stitch white if you don't like empty spaces, because it will be visible. You know, Aida will have kind of those holes. So if you don't like to see holes, you can definitely stitch them. It's all about you if you want to have an extra work or not. So we have only one palette in here with the colors, and let's see them more close. What kind of colors we have in here? Lots of black, some beautiful purple, not too many colors, so it's not very colorful, but still it's gonna be look beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. That's the what's the red one for the barn up there? This one. If you look on this picture in here, that's where they're gonna go on this part of the barn, and kind of windows up there. My son told me first, when he looked on this picture first, he thought it's a church. Even I, first when I opened, I thought, okay, maybe it's a church because those peaks. Then I saw this part, this is definitely look like a barn. And then when you look in here, right, we have those sheeps up there. Okay, so now of course sheep's not gonna be by the church. So this is definitely barn with those peaks that sometimes people put on the top, like the wind measurement, or those like flugger, how would you say them in English, that it's spinning and showing the east-west, you know, all that stuff. So yes, that's the reds that I guess will go for that. That's a pretty color. So color's beautiful, and it's very easy canvas to stitch, besides the lots of back stitching. But back stitching, remember, make your cross stitching much more beautiful. All right, another beauty. Let me fold this as it was before, so we don't mix up our patterns. And let's open one more. I don't know how many we will open today. We already going my camera just stopped right now, so we already over like 23 minutes. Now I have in here, all in here canvases. It's the kind of like a summer looking canvases. And this one, I'm gonna show you one more big one. I think this one could be even the biggest one, maybe, or maybe not. 41. Yeah, maybe this one is, because it's 41 by 51, 14 count, and this is gorgeous family. Oh, look at those colors. I can tell you right now that you're gonna have a lots of backstitching on the grass, looks like. And tigers has a whiskers. Not tiger, Leo, the king of the jungle. This is such a beautiful family cross stitching. You know, you can put this as represent a husband and wife in your bedroom, and this is just like a heartwarming picture. I really love them. Their faces, if I can go here, you can see the whiskers will be back stitching. And here is her face, look very kind and loving. We can see the eyes have a back stitching, whiskers. How about grass? Yes, we have lots of up there on the grass. Well, maybe not too much, some. But the way the colors on his fur, I think this will be very beautiful. And I love the tones of the colors in here. So let me check first. Yes, I already said that it's 41 by 51. And by looking in here, I can see the back stitching. Let me check the colors. Oh, okay. We have a different stitches in here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a half stitch in here. We have a full stitch in 26 colors. Then we have a half stitch in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 colors in a half stitch. That could be for the sky, I think. And then we have a back stitch in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors as well. 7 and 7. So we have in here this pattern in 4 pages and a half stitch. So you remember, they just mark as a half cross, so you know it's a half stitch. Here is the symbol: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. Oh, wow, they went in in order. I never see that before. That's neat. Okay, that's neat. Look at this. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So as well, this one, the print is very tiny to fit in the less pages, but it's a shiny paper again. Let's see the picture itself, because I'm dying to dig into this one. And you know how hard it was for me not to open before I shoot my video. And this package sitting here in my house for quite some time. And I'm refusing to open by myself because I want this to be in a video. If it's something wrong or something exciting, I want this excitement to show in my video. Now, let's check this out. Boom. Wow, very colorful. It looks to me like, you know, could be a full stitch, but this white pieces in here that I see, it's probably still partial stitching. So let me check. Let me check on a pattern if we have this one white piece, if we have to stitch or not. Give me a sec. Alright, sorry about that. My student popped in here to tell me Catherine got a 4 out of 5 on French test. So she came here excited to tell me her score. So anyway, I check this white pieces you don't have to stitch. So this is kind of like a partial cross stitching. But the way in here is all in alphabetical order for the counted cross stitch. Of course, in here on a pattern, everything is in the symbols. And symbols in here on the side maybe not as clear as the other canvas, a little bit less visible maybe, but I think we still can recognize. So in this occasion, if you decide you're not sure exactly which one blue, maybe blue can be confusing colors, maybe you find that it's maybe a similarity. So you just go to the pattern in here and find that symbol, and then you will know which DMC code you will have to do. And a half stitch, look at this. This is the first time I see print like this for the half stitch. The way they put print in a kind of like diagonal into stitches. So those ones where we can see those half stitches, or maybe they just put like a square of 4. I don't know, we will have to see this when we're gonna stitch 13. So the canvas clean canvas, like I think canvas print is beautiful. I would say so. Let me show you the other spot in here on the orange. I think looks good. Definitely will be more kind of confetti type, maybe around tiger. I mean, not tiger. I keep saying a tiger. Leo. So yeah, I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. What do you say? I'm just enjoying. I'm really like the size is good for 14 count. If this would be 11 count, it would be way too big. In my opinion, this is a good size. And because this is almost everything will be cross stitched, just a little bit patches in here on the sky. You don't really need to change any fabric to different fabric for like an even wave. Lots of people changing fabric. I don't see purpose of that because there's not much sky in here that is don't have to stitch. And if you really want to stitch, you can stitch as well. And what color would be good in here? Well, it depends how picture look like, right? It's kind of like an orangey yellowish design. You can pick something between those two colors and add one more color if you don't like to be white seeping through, right? Wow, it's beautiful. So let's see this gorgeousness of the threads. So what kind of needles in here we have? Okay, this one have the same thing as our first canvas, very like a sharp and very thin needles. And then array of colors. They are stunning. Oh, the grass will look so good in all those shades. Transition will be very beautiful, and they are very shiny. I love these threads. I love to work with them. I really do. And then on this side is like spill of honey. Oh wow, look at that, so many colors. If I can this is 2, 3, yeah, that's all different colors. It just shades are close to each other, so it will be transition nice and smooth, unless you will decide that transition should be a little bit more different. But then we have in here darker colors and they are beautiful. And lots too, that's a lots of chunks of color in here. So pretty. Wow. Okay, I love it. Are you tired yet from unboxing, unbagging, how we gonna call? And this one too, very neatly stitched all the way around. Very nicely done. Very nicely done all the way around. Stitched. Beautiful. Wow, I cannot wait. And there is another, I can't remember. I thought I ordered different one, or maybe this was just this one. There is another Leo of or tigers. I think there's another very similar picture, very beautiful, and I saw already stitched. It's like, oh, so gorgeous. I want it. But lately I find myself that I get more and more attracted to the wild animals, and they are just gorgeous. It's king of the all animals. What can you know, compare to this beauty? Absolutely stunning. And if like a wolf cross stitching, it's for me, wolf is like very elegant, kind eyes, could be angry, but depends how you're looking at. I love wolves as well, and this family is just a beautiful family. It feels like you wait and that it's going to be like a little baby cub up there, but it's not. So just parents. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me know if you like all this cross stitching. So now I don't know if we have a time for one more, maybe something a little. What you saying? Because here is the two of the big ones. Let's open one more. Why not? And then the other one, it's kind of like similarity have of them. So another 4 canvases we will open in one more video. So this one is the flowers. This one flowers like a watercolor flowers look like. If I can show you a preview. Let me zoom a little bit more close, or maybe that's too close. And if I can show you very close, see, it's kind of like a watercolor bell flowers. There is a bee up there. Oh, bee picking a nectarine. I didn't even realize there's 2 bees in here. Looks very beautiful to me. Very elegant, wild flowers. And I used to pick them as a child in the field. I love their colors. I love the way the bell structure of them. And it's just a beautiful memory of childhood of me, I guess. And we have 4 pages, lots of pages, actually 6. They separate on 6 pages in here. Very shiny. And let's see how many colors we have with this one, because this is very colorful picture. And yes, it makes me happy. We have 41 colors in here. I did not realize that this is gonna be 41 colors. Looking up in here, I thought it would be like around 30 maybe. Whoa, so this should look very look good. And then we have in here 2 colors for the French knots. Not too many French knots in here, just a few I see on this side. Oh no. Oh, for the inside of the flowers, like a bell, you know, those that's sticking out from the inside of the flowers. That's where the French knot go. If I can show you, like, for example, on this flower. Let's try focus right in here. See on the inside. That's the, look at the bee. Lots of backstitching to create bee, because without backstitching you're not gonna understand what that was. It will be like a blob of color. And then we have in here also backstitch, lots of backstitch for every single color of the flowers and leaves. Ooh, lots of. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 backstitching. And I'm really pleasantly surprised. It has a 41 color after full stitch. So no half stitches in here. Everything is a full stitch with the touch of back stitching and French knots for the flowers on the inside. So this image called Spring, and I never did I told you about this one. There is a 41 by 51 and it's called Accompanying. So companions, easy way to say. And 14 count this one, 32 by 63. So it's not, oh, the colors, it doesn't look big, it's just a long way, and threads is just gorgeous. So let's see and open. Same concept, all stitch all the way around. Sit down and start to stitch. Here it is, very long panel. I'm gonna show you sideways so we can fit everything. Symbols print are very nice. You can read every number in here, I think. Very nice print. And in here for the back stitching colors, and print itself on the fabric. Symbols looks good to me in here, right? I think looks good, everything. Now this particular image, if I would do a counted cross stitch, I would definitely change fabric in here to something different. There is not either maybe like a even count or linen, or another that is a bigger count and don't have a holes, because lots, like it's lots in here you don't have to stitch because of the partial canvas, right? So it would be good to change on some different kind of fabric, but we are going to stitch as it is. It's a beautiful even present for somebody. Very pretty. If you like flowers, then you will feel the way I do. So let's see this open. I will have to change the battery probably very quickly because my bat. And all is left is to look our threads. 2 needles. What kind of needles is this? This one looks shorter, more chubby, and not as sharp. So it's interesting that they have a different kind of needles. Not always the same. But at least it's 2. So if one break accidentally, and I have before break 2 needles already. Actually break right by this yellow part in here. Don't know what happened, but in here of course we have a very little colors. So this is like 1 thread only folded on half, you see. 1 thread here, 1 thread here, 1 of this one. So mostly this is like a lots of colors, but very little of them. And here's the colors we can see, nice and lilacs and greens and blues, just the way those flowers, you can find them in a wild with all those colors. And then we have in here other shades. Oh, the colors in here are so beautiful, especially the other side. There is all purples, Here's the greens, and then this one side is just stunning. Look at this. It is gorgeous. Really love those shades. From this kind of shades, I would say my favorites in here is like in here between of this one, and that's remind me when my mom used to stitch. She would stitch in embroidery stitching, and she would be nice layer all her stitching, and I always was amazed how she does that. But I never tried embroidery before. Always kinda I got in the cross stitching and that's it. I just didn't want it even to try. So maybe someday I will try it. But this is definitely gorgeous colors. And then one more in here. So this is our review for today. I think everything is here in here is beautiful. This could be not everybody's piece of cake. Maybe you don't like this kind of stuff, but I mean, who don't like flowers? I don't know. Some people like only to cross stitch samplers. That's the only thing that I never try. It's the samplers. I never tried samplers before. And some of you asked me if I ever try different stuff, but we will talk about that in my other video, because I want to talk about this cross stitching a little bit more. So for this video we will be finishing with this one right now, and then we're gonna have left, so we have a 4 cross stitching today, and then we're gonna have another 4 cross stitching, 2 of them nice and small, and then 2 of them bulky and gorgeous. And oh, I was looking on this one. I know where is the original cross stitching from this, which company have. So yes, it is gorgeous. So we will see this one next week. So we have kind of like every week a little bit different videos with you together. But for today, thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you, Everyday Crafts, for this gorgeous canvases. I really love everything in here. And this winter one is absolutely stunning. Would love to start with that stocking. Another winter image, as I call Canadian scenery. Yes, let me know what you think in the comments below. Check the links under, also discount code if you wish to order anything from here. I'm happy with all these reviews. So far so good. I like that big canvas have lots of colors, and that will create gorgeous contrast in the colors and give a more details to image. So I'm really happy with today's review. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.